Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today's the 8th of February 2018, and I'm about to start on something that I really like doing. But what I wanted to talk about was the philosophy involved with it. And the reason is yesterday I saw a post that a guy put up on Facebook, and it's a friend of ours. He's a new farmer. Very in tune individual with what he's doing, very intentional at what he's doing. But I could detect a little bit of frustration in his voice. You know, he's got people who depend on him for things, and he's unable to fulfill everybody's wishes, and his feet were cold, and he's running out of daylight, and he's got animals that need him. And you know, he's not the first guy, and he's not going to be the last guy, that's for sure. And when I've been thinking about that all day long, because I didn't know what to say to him, so I just kind of broke his chops a little bit, and I just said, quit your whining and get to it. But I remember times when it's been like that, and that frustration, it hurts, and it's counterproductive, and I don't think that we really need to be doing that to that degree. I mean, you can minimize everything. I can minimize the sunlight hitting me by putting suntan lotion on. I can minimize, you know, the amount of crap that comes into my life by turning off the TV and the radio and stuff, which I did that years ago. So I wanted to talk about this. This is just general farm stuff, and this is what I've found. I guess I'm in my second 10 years of doing this full time. So I guess it's like 14 years for me that I've been doing this full time. So this is what I've found. Now there's people out there that really got their act together. I'm not one of them. It's a learning process for me. I'm kind of on my own. This is like a different, it's a dairy community, and there's nobody here that really does what I do or appreciate what I do, I don't think. But so I got to kind of go through these things myself. So here's what I've found. All right, I've told you that I'm building a new maintenance area. And part of the maintenance area is I got a little area that's kind of an office. It's warm in there, and I have a desk. And so when I finish up for the day, I can write down on that desk on, you know, a clipboard where I left off and what I think I want to get done the next day, right? And then I can go to the house, can, you know, go to bed, whatever. And then the next day you get up and you're kind of trying to figure out what you're going to do. And all I need to do is drink a cup of coffee, get my clothes on, and make it down to my desk. And then I can say, oh yeah, that's where I was, right? And then I try to schedule my day. So I'm the supervisor here. I'm also the president and the grand poobah. And what else am I? I'm something else. But I'm also the guy that does the work. So what I do is I detail myself. You know, these days the kids are in school and stuff, so I don't have them to slave around. So I'm just working myself these days, which is good. I mean, it's a good time to get your head together as what you're going to do in the spring. I don't have to deal with questions all the time. So when I schedule myself, this is what I do. I'll schedule in the morning what I absolutely need to get done, you know, to take care of the people that are dependent on me or the animals that are dependent on me. And, you know, some of the stuff I don't do every day. I don't feed the cows every day because I feed round bales. So I'll give them 2 bales once a week or 10 days. So I'll know if I have to do that. I'll know if I have to water them because I don't water them every day. In the wintertime, we don't use automatic waterers, of course, because everything freezes. So I water in great big basins, and that goes generally about 5 days, and then I have to refill it. And that's a whole thing right there. So I don't do everything every day. Feeding the pigs, believe it or not, in this time of the year, I don't have to do that every day. I can put more on the ground than they can eat, and they will just walk away from it. And the next day, it's sitting there right on the snow, and they'll know what to do with it. Especially if I'm feeding hay to them. Like if I have a group of 30, I'll give them a round bale. I have a group of sows down in the bottom field. There's 20 of them. I give them round bales. They do a combination of eating in it and sleeping in it, and then I just keep an eye on it. When it gets down to the point where there's not much to eat left, I'll give them another one. And they go 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, this time of the year when there's no forage for them to find. And that's not all I give them, I'm giving them their ration too. So it's more than one thing. But okay, so I detail myself like this. I do in the morning what I have to get done. And that's not exactly fun because I'm doing it every single day. And sometimes I'll listen to tunes or I'll listen to a podcast or something like that. And it's not terrible, but you just get through it. And then before lunch, I still got a lot of energy from breakfast, and because usually I eat mangalitsa in the morning, and eggs, Baker eggs. And then I will do something that I enjoy doing, like work on the shop, build shelves, paint, fix equipment, build stuff that I need. I'm kind of a tinkerer, kind of an inventor. And then in the afternoon, like lunch is usually 12:31. It's supposed to be 12, but after I eat, especially when it's cold out like this, I sit near the wood stove. And then I get a little groggy after I eat. So I'll sit there for a little while. I'll let it get all out of me. Then I'll get up, and then I consider that night shift. And nail a cup of coffee right then, and it's like I'm starting again. But then I have stuff that I want to do, stuff that I think is fun to do, just me. And it's not all, grunt work or anything like that. It's like working with equipment that I really like, and, it just gets my senses going. A day like today, I'm going to be doing this, okay? And this is where we can talk about this deal. I'm doing some value adding. I got a semi-load of cordwood this morning, or of logs, and it needs to be cut up. So I get to come out, get to run my chainsaw, I get to load it on the back of my dream truck here, and I'm kind of out here by myself. I switch the phone off so it can't ring, and then I kind of go for it, and I enjoy that. And then I'll do that until it starts getting dark, and I already know I need some bar oil, so then I'll launch out of here and I'll hit the hardware store and yuck it up with the boys over there, get some stuff, and I'll be home in time for dinner. And then mid-shift begins, and usually I go out after dinner and I shut off the lights. But there's usually something that I find to do then that's pretty nice to do. Or if it's cold out, I just say, oh, the heck with this. And when I was in the service, I couldn't watch Oprah all the time, so I recorded it on VHS, and I have lots and lots of Oprah. So I'll just dig in front of on the couch, and watch a little Oprah and some Dr. Phil, and just enjoy life, and then try to get to bed early so I can hit it the next day. And if you get something done every day, you just specific, I'm going to get this done, and you do it, then when you come out the next day, you look and you say, oh, I accomplished something. So, but if you approach your day with an open end, like I'm going to farm today, it can be frustrating. It can be frustrating because you will farm all day and into the night, and you are not done. So set goals for the day, short-term goals, and get them done. It's worked for me, and I continue to do it. It's It's Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Anyone can farm.